Part 1: The Meeting. My name is Ethan, and I never believed in love at first sight until the day I met her. It was a rainy autumn afternoon in the city park. I was sitting alone on a bench, lost in my thoughts, when suddenly a gust of wind blew a stray notebook right onto my lap. Looking up, I saw her, an intense, mysterious girl with wild curls and eyes that seemed to hold untold stories. She hurried over, slightly out of breath. "Sorry, can I have that? It's mine," she said, trying to catch her breath. I handed her the notebook and smiled. "Looks like the wind wanted us to meet." She laughed, a sound that instantly made the gloomy day feel warmer. "Maybe it did. I'm Mia," she said. From that moment, something clicked. We ended up walking together, sharing stories under dripping umbrellas, ignoring the clouds above. Our conversation flowed effortlessly, as if we had known each other forever. Over the next few weeks, we met frequently at cozy coffee shops, during moonlit walks, and at small art galleries. Mia was unlike anyone I'd ever met. She was passionate about painting, fearless about life, and somehow managed to break down my carefully built walls. One evening, sitting by the river, she showed me one of her paintings, a chaotic swirl of colors capturing a storm within. "This is how I feel sometimes," she said softly. "Like the world is a storm I can't escape." Without thinking, I took her hand. "You don't have to face it alone." That moment changed everything. Our friendship deepened into something tender and electric. We started spending every moment we could together, discovering hidden cafes and sharing dreams like old souls reunited. But beneath the magic, I couldn't shake a feeling, the feeling that with someone like Mia, a storm was always around the corner. Part 2: The Storm Brews. Our days together felt like a dream until reality began to ripple beneath the surface. Mia's world, as colorful as her paintings, was stormier than I had imagined. One night, after a long day, I noticed the sparkle in her eyes had dimmed. We were sitting on her apartment rooftop, looking out over the city lights, but she seemed far away. "What's wrong?" I asked gently. Mia hesitated, then said, "Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning inside. It's hard to explain." I wanted to help, but the deeper I tried to understand, the more distant she became. She was fiercely independent and proud, never wanting to burden me with her pain. Despite that, we created wonderful memories: road trips to the beach, spontaneous dance parties in her living room, and quiet mornings wrapped in blankets with coffee and whispered secrets. But the storm inside her was growing. Late-night phone calls from past ghosts, moments when her laughter suddenly stopped, and times when she pulled away without explanation started to worry me. One evening, after a heated argument about something I barely understood, Mia ran out of my apartment into the rain. I followed, calling her name, but she disappeared into the night. The next days were the hardest: no calls, no text, just silence. When she finally came back, her eyes were glassy. "I'm sorry," she said. "I'm scared of losing myself in us." I held her tight, promising to be patient. But deep down, I wondered, could love really bridge the distance between two troubled souls, or was the storm Mia carried something even I couldn't calm? Weeks passed, and our relationship wavered between beautiful highs and painful lows. Mia's storms were unpredictable, and though I loved her fiercely, the weight of uncertainty began to wear me down. One evening, she confessed something that shattered the fragile peace between us. "There's something I haven't told you," Mia said, her voice trembling. I nodded, urging her to go on. "I'm involved with someone else," she admitted, tears streaming down her face. "It started before we met. I never meant to hurt you, but I can't leave him, not yet." My heart broke in ways I couldn't put into words. I asked why, and she revealed a complicated past: a man who had been controlling and manipulative. She was still entangled in a toxic relationship, trying to find a way out but afraid of what he might do. I wanted to help, to protect her, but that meant stepping into a shadowy world I wasn't prepared for. Together, we hatched a plan. I'd help her escape safely, but everything had to be secret. One night, under the cover of darkness, we loaded her belongings into my car. As we drove away, relief flooded through us, until the car behind started honking and flashing its lights. It was him. The chase that followed was terrifying. He was desperate, dangerous. We barely escaped by a hair's breadth. In the aftermath, Mia and I decided it was best to part ways. Not because we stopped caring, but because our love had been forged in fire and fear, and we both needed time to heal. On our last night together, we sat quietly on that same rooftop, watching the stars. Maybe someday when the storm is gone, we'll find each other again, I whispered. She smiled sadly. Maybe, but for now I need to learn how to be free. That night we said goodbye, not just to each other but to the chapter that changed us forever. And though we parted, the storm we faced together left a mark on my soul, a reminder that some loves are never truly lost, they just take new shapes in the silence left behind.